Hello guys, welcome to DTW Tutorials. Welcome. So today I'm so excited as this is the video on the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question Solved. That's your complete 50 questions solved and explained for you, okay, for the forthcoming WASSCE 2019 exam to get you prepared. That's why I call this the WASSCE 2019 prep, okay. And if you watch this video, you're going to be about 60% prepared for this exam just by watching this video. It's going to get you motivated and prep you up for the forthcoming WASSCE 2019 exam. That's for your maths, okay. I noticed that so many people tend to fail the maths exam. That's why I'm here to support you in your exams, okay. That's in your education. And this WASSCE exam is for my people from Liberia, from Sierra Leone, from Gambia, from Ghana, and also Nigeria, alright? Okay, I make these videos from Lagos, Nigeria, and DTW Tutorials is here to support you in your education. That's why this YouTube channel was created, to support you in your forthcoming exams throughout 2019, alright? So please make sure you please share this video, okay? If you have this video, you are watching this video now, please don't be the only person to watch this video. Share to your colleagues, your friends, your family. Share on your Facebook, on your social media, Instagram, Twitter. Share on WhatsApp, okay? You have a WhatsApp group where WAEC students are on. Please share it. Make sure they gain access to this video freely, free. Okay, this video is downloadable on YouTube. You can easily download it on YouTube. And please, this video is not for sale. Please, my brothers and sisters, please, I beg you in the name of the Lord, this video is not for sale. Don't use this for commercial purposes. I have done this freely, uploaded it on YouTube freely. Please, if you get this video, please also try to share to others freely, okay? Be your brother's keeper, your colleagues, your friends, family, loved ones preparing for the forthcoming WASSCE 2019 exams. Please share to them. Alright, and don't forget also to give this video a thumbs up, and also if it's your first time on our channel, alright, please try to click the subscribe button, okay? Subscribe is for free. It's free. There's no money you pay to subscribe. Subscribe, just click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell to get instant notification whenever we upload a video on our channel, okay? So thank you for staying tuned to DTW Tutorials, for subscribing, for liking, and for sharing. And don't forget, on our DTW Tutorials blog, okay, you are going to get your WASSCE syllabus. You know, your syllabus is what guides you in reading, okay? And it's on the WASSCE syllabus. I've uploaded there maths, your syllabus for maths, English, chemistry, physics, all your subjects in your WAEC exams, okay? Just go to DTW Tutorials, go to the download menu and go to syllabus. You are going to see your WAEC syllabus there. Also, there's a section called online test in the DTW Tutorials blog. When you click on online test, go to WAEC and you will see tests that you can sit for on the go, okay? The mobile test on the go with your phones. You just click and it shows you the right answer. If you're wrong, it tells you you're wrong and shows you the right answer, all right? So don't forget to visit the DTW Tutorials blog always for constant upload on articles on how you can pass your forthcoming WASSCE 2019 exams, okay? So thank you once more. Before we get on to the video, don't forget, Jesus Christ is coming soon. Give your life to Christ. You are destined to win in this forthcoming WAEC 2019 exams, okay? I pray for you in the name of Jesus that you shall sit for this exam once and make yourself proud first, and also your family proud, your friends, your colleagues around you proud, all right? Okay, so DTW Tutorials is here to support you in your education, all right? So please make sure you share this video to every other person preparing for the WASSCE 2019 exams, all right? So you are destined to win. Thank you from DTW Tutorials. Okay, so let's get on to the video now. Question 1 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that is your WAEC 2018 exams. It says simplify the square root of 108. This is not a division, this is a plus, okay? there's a plus here, then plus the square root of 125 plus the square root of what? 75. Okay, so this is sort. Okay, so we have to break this down to we have to break it down to smaller chunks so that we can get a perfect square that would give us its own square, that we can get the square root, and whatever we can't get the square root of, we'll leave. Okay, all right, so for 108, what can we do? Okay, let's break this down. To easily break down, just try to divide either 108 by 2 or divide 108 by 3. Try to use the numbers 2, 3, and 5. Okay, so in sorts, especially in WAEC, all right. Okay, if we break this down with 2, we are going to have a 5 and a 4, a 54, and you can't get the square root of 54, right? But if we divide 108 by 3, we're going to get 36, and definitely we can get the square root of 36. What's the square root of 36? It is what? 6. So we're going to use here, we're going to say all in bracket 3 times what? 36 plus the square root of 125. Definitely we have to use a 5 here. 125 divided by 5 will give us what? A 25. So we have, and we can get the square root of 25, right? So we have 5 times what? 25, which give us 125 plus 75. Let's try a 3. 3 divided by 75, we are going to get 25, and definitely we can get the square root of 25, which is what? 5. Okay, so we have here 3 times 25, which will give us 75. So here, what are we left with? This is what? This is saying the square root of 3 times what? The square root of what? 36, plus here the square root of 5 times the square root of what? 25, plus the square root of 3 times the square root of what? 25. And what's the square root of 36 here? We have 6. And 6 times the square root of 3 will give us what? 6 root 3. Plus, what's the square root of 25? That will give us a 5. And 5 times the square root of 5 will give us 5 root 5. Plus, what's the square root of 25? Which is what? 5. And 5 times root 3 will give us 5 root 3. Okay, so what do we add here? In sorts, we are going to add, we can only add the square roots that are the same. Okay, the values of the square roots that are the same. So you have square root 3 here, and you have square root what? And you have square root 3 here. So we're going to add up 6 and 5. And adding up 6 and 5, what do we get? We have what? 11. 6 plus 5 is 11. Then we have 11 root 3 plus 5 root 5. Okay, this should be our answer. But we can see here our answer is not in the option, so it means that there's a typo also on this question. But if checking through on my own, this positive, I think it's supposed to be a negative sign. So if this is a negative sign, let's cancel this. This will be negative, this will be negative. It means this also will be what? Negative. So if we have a negative sign, we are going to have here 6 minus 5. And what will be 6 minus 5? That is 1 root what? 3 plus 5 plus 5 root what? 5. Okay, and one can still, well, you can't be 1 times root 3 will still give us what? Root 3 plus 5 root 5. Okay, so this should be our answer if this is a negative sign, and we have the answer right here in the option A. Okay, so there's a typo here, and during exams, if your invigilator does not correct you with your typos, then you don't get the answer, then you can leave that place. You don't shade that place. Okay, so don't shade it in your exam. All right, except your invigilator instruct you and say this sign is wrong, change it to negative or a positive or whatever sign. All right, okay, so if this is a negative, we're going to have this option A as our answer. Question 2 of the WASSCE 2018 mathematics past question, that's your WAEC exams. It says evaluate 64 raised to the power of 1/2 minus, this is supposed to be a positive here, okay, this is a plus here, okay, plus 125 raised to the power of 1/3, all into what? This all brackets, then we have to square this. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's solve what's in the bracket first. 64 raised to the power half is what? That's the square root of what? 64 plus 122 raised to the power 1/3, that is the what? The cube root of what? 125. Okay, raised to power 2. And what is the square root of 64? We have 8, because 8 times 8 is what? 64. Plus, what's the cube root of 125? It should be a 5, because 5 times 5 is 25, and times another 5 we are going to get 125. So we have 5 here, all bracket then square. Okay, and what is 18? 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5 is what? 13. And what is the square of 13? The square of 13 is what? 169. And our answer is option C. Question 3 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2018 exams. It says, given that y varies inversely as the square of x. Let's write this down. This is variation. If you've forgotten your variation, you can check the DTW channel. There's a video on introduction of variation and also past question solve. Okay, so it says y varies inversely, that is y varies inversely as the square of x, that is x what? Square. Okay, if x is equal to 3 when y is equal to 100, find the equation connecting x and y. Remember, in variation, to change the variation sign to an equal to sign, you have to introduce what? A constant. So here we have y is equal to k divided by x squared. Okay, so it says if x is 3 when y is 100, find the equation. So let's put x as 3 and y as 100 here. So what y here? We put 100 equal to k over what is x? 3. So we have 3 what? Square. And what would that give us? That is 100 equal to k divided by 9. And to get k is equal to 9 times 100 will give us what? 900. Okay, so k is what? 900. So the question says find the equation connecting x and y. So all you need to do is put in the value of 900 into this equation. Okay, this is the equation that connects what? X and y. So since we found the value of k as 900, let's put it into here. So we have y is equal to what? 900 divided by x squared. So the equation, we can just simply bring x squared up here, so that's cross multiply, and we have yx squared is equal to what? 900. So this is the equation that connects what? X and y, and our right option here is option B. Question 4 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says find the value of x for which 32 base 4 is equal to 22 base x. So you have 32 base 4 is equal to what? 22 base x. So what to look for the value of what? X. Remember our number basis. Okay, so let's convert this both sides to base 10. Okay, both this 32 base 4 to base 10 and also 22 base x to base 10. So we have the same base on both sides, and definitely we'll look for x. Okay, so this will be a 0 and 1 here, this will be a 0 and 1 here. So remember our number basis. Okay, so for 3, what do we have? We have what? A 3 times what? A 4 raised to power 1, that is converting to base 10, plus 2 times 4 raised to power what? 0 equal to what? 2 times x raised to power 1 plus 2 times x raised to power 0. Okay, so this is 4 raised to power 1, which will still give us 4, and 4 times 3 will give us what? 12, plus 4 raised to power 0 is what? A 1, and 1 times 2 will give us what? 2, equal to what? X raised to power 1 is still x, and x times 2 will give us what? 2x, plus x raised to power 0 is 1, and 1 times 2 will give us what? 2. Okay, so let's find the value of x. Okay, so we can take all this, take 2 to this side, leaving 2x here. So we have this plus this. What would this give us? This will give us 14. Or should we just, let me just write this down. Plus 2. Then taking plus 2 to this side, we are going to have a minus 2 equal to 2x. So plus 2 minus 2 will give us what? A 0. So we're left 12 equal to what? 2x. Divide both sides by 2. What do we have? 2 in 12 will give us how many times? 6 times. Okay, so we have x is equal to what? 6. So the value of x is 6, and our right option here is option C. Question 5 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Questions, that's the WAEC exams. It says simplify this. Okay, this is fraction, so we are going to write our order of operation, which is what? Board what? Mass. Okay, so from here there's no brackets, there's no off. Okay, there's a division sign here, so we'll first start with what? Division. All right, so let's convert these mixed numbers to improper what? Fractions. Okay, so to do that, we say what? 4 times 2 is what? 8, and 8 plus 1 is what? 9 over 4, times 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is what? 7 over 2, divided by 8 times 4 is what? 32, and 32 plus 3 will give us what? 35, divided by 8. So here we are to perform what? Division first. So, okay, we're going to divide this and this. So to convert this division sign to multiplication sign, we have to invert. Okay, that's 8 will come up, 35 will go down. So here we are left with what? 9 over 4 times 7 over 2 times 8 over 35. So here we can simply cancel out, because after your division is still your multiplication, so we can just cancel out throughout. Okay, so 7 here will go 1 time, 7 here will go how many times? 5 times. 4 here can go how many times? 1. 4 in 8 how many times? It will go 2 times, and 2 will cancel 2 here, so we have 1 1. We're left with what? 9 over 5. Okay, we're left with 9 over 5. Okay, and our answers are in mixed numbers, so let's convert this to mixed number. How many times would 5 go in 9? It will go 1 times, remainder 4 over 5. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 6 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says there are 250 boys and 150 girls in a school. Okay? If 60% of the boys and 40% of the girls play football, what percentage of the school played football? Okay, so it says 60% of the boys played football. So how do we get 60% of the boys? That's 60% of 250. So we have 250 times what? 60 over what? 100. Okay, this will cancel, this will cancel, this will cancel, this will cancel, this 0. 25 times 6 will give us what? 150. Okay, so this is the number of boys that played. Now 40% of the girls played, so 40% of 150, we have 150 times 40 over 100. Okay, this will cancel this 0 here, this 0 will cancel this 0 here. We're left with 15 times 4, which will give us what? 60. Okay, so the question says what percent of the school played football? So we're going to get the total, that will be boys plus the girls that played football. So when we add this up, we have 0. 5 plus this will give us 11. Drop 1, carry 1. 1 plus 1, that's a 2. So this is the total number of students that played what? Football. Okay, so to get this percent, how do we get the percent? It will be 210 divided by the total number of students in the school. Okay, that is the total number of students that played football divided by the total number of students in the school. And what the total number of students in the school is what? 250 plus 150. And that will give us 0. This is a 0, carry 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1. That will give us a 4. So the total number of students is what? 400. We are told to look for the percent times 100. Okay, so this is the formula we're going to use to find the percentage of students that played football after getting for our boys and also our girls. So let's cancel out this 20 will cancel out, so we have 110 divided by 4. 2 can go here how many times? 2 times. 2 here, that's a 1, and that's a 0 and a what? 5. Okay, and 2 we go in 105 how many times? It's going to go, this would be a 5. 2 in 5 would go how many times? 2 times remainder. It's going to be a remainder 1 over 2. And what is a 1 over 2? 1 over 2 is 0.5. So we have 52.5. If you punch in your calculator, you're going to get 52.5 what percent. Okay, and our right option here is option D. Question 7 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says if log 10 bracket 6x minus 4 minus log 10 2 is equal to 1, solve for x. Okay, when you have a 1 here, it also means what? Log 10 raised to power of 10, which will give us what? 10. Okay, so we have here log 10 bracket 6x minus 4, then minus log 10 2 is equal to what? Log 10 10. Okay, so from here, log 10 minus log 10 2 will give us what? That's the division, right? So we have what? Log 10 bracket 6x minus 4 divided by 2 is equal to what? Log 10 10. So from here, log 10 will cancel out log 10 and we're left with what? 6x minus 4 divided by 2 equal to what? 10. So from here, we cross multiply. 2 times 10 will give us 20. We have what? 6x minus 4 is equal to what? 20. Okay, so from here, what do we have? Take minus 4 to this other side. We have 6x equal to 20 minus 4. And what is 20 minus 4? Taking minus 4 to this side, we have a positive. Okay, so we have 6x is equal to what? 24. So we have here 6x equal to 24. So what do? We divide both sides by 6 to get our x. Okay, so x, how many times will 6 go in 24? It will go how many times? 4 times. Okay, so x is equal to what? 4. And our right option here is option C. Question 8 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says if f is equal to 9 over 5c plus 32, find c when f is what? 98.6. Okay, so we put in the value of what? F into this equation to get what? C. So from here, what is f? Okay, let me just write this down. So f is what? 98.6. So we have 98.6 is equal to 9 over 5c plus what? 32. So all we need to do is take 32 to this side. We have 98.6 minus what? Taking plus positive here to be a negative. Okay, minus 32 equal to what? 9 over 5 what? C. And what is 98 minus 0.6 minus 32 is going to give us 66.6 when we punch in our calculator, equal to what? 9 over 5 C. So here let's cross multiply, making C subject of formula. Okay, we're going to do what? We'll multiply. We're going to have C. Let me just take 5 here and bring 9 down. Okay, so we have C alone here. So we have what? 66.6 times what? 5 divided by 9 is equal to what? C. All right, punching your calculator, 66.6 times 5 divided by 9 will give us what? 37 equal to C. So C is equal to what? 37. Okay, and our right option here is option B. Question 9 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exam, says if y minus 2x, okay, this is a typo here, this is supposed to be positive. If y plus 2x is equal to 4 and y minus 3x is equal to minus 1, find the value of what? X minus y. Okay, how do we do this? We have two equations here, that's a simultaneous equation. So we're going to find from the simultaneous equation, we're going to find the value of x and y. Then we'll find the value of x minus y. Okay, so let's write our equation here. We have y plus 2x equal to 4. That's equation 1. And we have y minus 3x equal to minus 1. That is what? Equation 2. Okay? All right. So to get your, from here, let us use the elimination method, okay? To eliminate y here, we can introduce a negative sign. And when we introduce this negative sign, the negative sign will affect every sign on equation 2. So this negative times this negative will become a positive, and negative times this negative here will become what? A positive. So here we have y minus y, which will give us what? 0, okay? So we have a 0 here, so we have here plus 2x plus 3x will give us what? 5x equal to 4 plus 1 will give us what? 5. So to get our x, we divide both sides by 5, okay? 5 will cancel here, and we have x is equal to 5 here will cancel as 1, and we have x is equal to 1. So since we have x is equal to 1, let's put in the value of x equal to 1 into any of the equation, okay? Let us choose equation 1. So putting x equal to 1 into equation 1, equation 1 is y plus 2x equal to what? 4. So let's put in 1 here. So we have y plus what? 2 times what? 1 equal to what? 4. Alright, so we have y plus 2 equal to 4. So we have y is equal to, take 2 to the other side, positive 2, it will turn to a negative 2. So we have 4 minus 2. So what is y is equal to what? 2. All right, so we have x as 1 and y as 2. So the question says find the value of x minus y. And what is x? X is 1. And what is y? Y is what? 2. So we have 1 minus 2. And what is 1 minus 2? 1 minus 2 will give us what? A negative 1. All right, so this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 10 of the WASSCE 2018 mathematics past question. That's your WAEC exam. It says if x ratio y ratio z is what? 2 ratio 3 ratio 4. Evaluate 9x plus 3y divided by 6z minus what? 2y. All you need to do is put in the value of what? X, y, and z. Okay, 2, 3, 4 into this what? Equation. All right. So here we have 9. What is x? X is what? Times what? 2 plus 3. What is y? Y is what? Times what? 3. Divided by 6. What is z? Z is 4. That is what? Times 4 minus 2. What is y? Y is what? 3 times what? 3. So here what do we have? We have what? 18. That's 9 times 2 plus 3 times 3 is 9 divided by what is 6 times 4? That is 24 minus 3 times 6 is will give us what? 6. Okay, so 8 plus 9 will give us 27, and 27 divided by 24 minus 6 will give us what? 8. So here what can go? I think a 3 can go. 3 will go here how many times? 9 times. And 3 will go here how many times? 6 times. 3 again can go 3 here 3 times, and 3 here what? 2 times. So we have 3 over 2 as our answer. Okay, we don't have 3 over 2, so we have to convert this improper fraction to mixed numbers. So 2 in 3 will go how many times? 1 times, remember, 1 over 2. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option A. Question 11 of the WASSCE 2018 mathematics past question, that is your WAEC exams. It says simplify 2 minus 18m squared divided by 1 plus what? 3m. Okay, so this is a simplification. Okay, so how do we do this? What is common with 2 and 18? That is what we can bring out a 2, right? Bring out a 2 bracket. 1 minus 2 in 18 will go how many times? 9 times. So we have 9m m squared divided by 1 minus plus what? 3m. Okay, so from here, this is liking as what? All right, this is liking as 1 square minus 3m square. Okay, and remember, when you have a square minus b square, it is equal to what? A plus b bracket what? A minus b. All right, I hope you remember our factorization. All right, so from here, this is a and this is what? B. Is that not it? So we have here 1 plus 3m brackets 1 minus what? 3m. All right, if we take this following this formula. All right, so we have this 1 minus 9m squared will give us what? This will give us 1. This is 2. Don't forget our 2 here. 2 brackets 1 plus 3m brackets 1 minus what? 3m. All right, and divided by 1 plus 3m. From here, all we are trying to do is cancel out what? Our denominator. All right, you know, we are told to simplify. So with this, we'll cancel this. So we're left with what? 2 bracket 1 minus 3m. Okay, we can't simplify this further, or to simplify this further, the only thing to do is just to open the bracket. And when we open the bracket, we don't find our answers here, but we find this answer in the option. All right, so this is our answer, and our right option here is option C. Question 12 of the WASSCE 2018 mathematics past question says a curve is such that when y is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 3, or x is equal to 3. Find the equation of the curve. Okay, so the question says x is equal to what? Minus 2, or x is equal to what? 3. Okay, and y is what? 0. So taking minus 2 to this side, we have what? X minus to this side will turn to a positive 2 equal to what? 0, and what? X. Bringing 3 to this side, we are going to have a negative 3 equal to what? 0. So all we need to do, since x plus 2 is equal to 0 and x minus 3 is equal to 0, we then have x plus 2 bracket x minus 3 all being equal to what? 0. Okay, so all we need to do is open up this bracket. In opening up this bracket, what do we have? X times x is what? X squared. X times minus 3, we have what? Minus 3x, and 2 times x will give us a positive 2x, and 2 times minus 3 will give us a negative what? 6, equal to 0. So from here we have x2 minus 3x plus 2x will give us a minus x minus 6 equal to what? 0. Okay, so since we are told that y is equal to 0, so this will be x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to what? Y. All right, so this is our answer. And what is our right option here? Our right option is option D. Question 13 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says the volume of a cylindrical tank 10 meter high is 385 meter cube. Find the diameter of the tank. Okay, so what's the volume of a cylinder? Okay, since it's a cylindrical tank, the volume of a cylinder V is equal to what? Pi r square h. All right, we've been told the volume is this, so 385 is equal to what? Pi r square h. We are told to find the diameter of the tank. Okay, so it means that we don't know the radius, but we are given the height, and we're given pi as what? 22/7. Okay, so we're looking for r square. All right, so making r square subject of formula here, what do? We divide both sides by what? Pi h. Divide by pi h. This will cancel out, pi will cancel out pi here, h will cancel out h. So we are left with what? R square is equal to what? 385 divided by pi what? So this is supposed to be h, sorry, pi h. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 385 over what is pi? 22. Bring up 7. You know, pi is 22/7, so we just automatically bring up 7 here. All right, because it's going to invert, times 10. All right, I hope you understand this. You know, it's 22/7, and we invert 7 will come up. All right, okay. So we have what? And h is what? 10. All right, if you punch in your calculator, you're going to get 12.25, and the square root of, you know, this is what? R square is equal to what? 12.25. To get our r, it will be what? The square root of what? 12.25. And what's the square root of 12.25? We're going to get what? 3.5. Okay, so r is equal to what? 3.5 what? Meter. But our question says find the diameter of the tank. And what is the diameter? Diameter is equal to what? 2 times what? R. All right, so this will be 2 times what? 3.5. And what is 2 times 3.5? It will give us what? A 7. So our answer is what? 7 meter. And our right option here is option C. Question 14 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's a WAEC exams. It says the surface area of a sphere is 792 divided by 7 centimeters square. Find correct to the nearest whole number its volume. Okay, so we're to find the volume. And what's the formula to find the volume of a sphere? Okay, the volume of a sphere, the formula is what? 4 divided by 3 pi r cube. Okay, and here we are given pi, but we don't know r, right? But here we are told that the surface area of a sphere is this. Okay, and what's the formula to find the surface area of the sphere? It's the formula for surface area of, let me just put this here, area of sphere is equal to what? 4 pi r square. And they told us that the surface area of the sphere is what? Equal to 792 divided by 7. Okay, so from here we can get what? R. Okay, when we equate 4 pi r square equal to 792/7. Okay, so when we equate this, when we get r, then we'll now substitute the value of r into this particular formula here to get the volume of the sphere. So from here, what do we have? Okay, so from here we have 4 pi r square equal to what? 792 divided by 7. All right, to get the value of r, let us cross multiply, then divide both sides by 4 pi. Okay, in cross multiplying, 7 will come here. Okay, let's do this together. All right. Okay, so from here, how do we get r square? I hope you remember that change of subject or formula. For r to just stand alone here, all we need to do is divide both sides by 4 pi. Okay, so we divide both sides by what? 4 over pi. Okay, so this will be what? Divided by what? 4 over pi. Okay, all right, so we have this here. So 792 7 times 4 over pi. So this 4 over pi will cancel, and we're left with r squared is equal to what? 792 over 7 times 4. And what is pi? We're given pi as what? 22 over 7. So it will be times 22. You know, this will be over 7, but we can carry 7 up, right? Since we're dividing, we have to invert. So we have times what? 7 here. All right, so let's erase this. Okay, so from here we can cancel out. What can cancel? 7 here can cancel this 7 here. We're left with 792 divided by 4 times 22. That's 88. And if we divide this, punch in your calculator, you are going to get what? A 9. So r squared is equal to 9, and r will definitely be the square root of 9. And what's the square root of 9? Is 3. So r is what? 3 centimeters. So from here, we can put in our value of 3 centimeters into this formula. All right, so we can get our volume of the fare. So from here we have what? 4 over 3 times what is pi? We have 22 over 7 times r, which is 3. So we have 3 raised to power what? 3. All right, so what do we have here? And 3 raised to power 3 is what? That is 3 times 3 is 9, and times 3 we have what? 27. So this is what? 27. So can we cancel? Yes, we can cancel. So we can cancel here. So we have 3 here, 1, and 3 in 27 will go how many times? 9 times. All right, and if you punch in your calculator, 4 times 22 times 9 divided by 7 will give us what? A 113.14. Okay, and the question says find correct to the nearest whole number. So what's the nearest whole number here? Okay, this is a decimal point. We have 1 here. 1 is less than 5. Okay, so we can't approximate. Okay, as in take a 1 and add 1 to 3 to be 4. Okay, since it's less than 5. So to the nearest whole number, our answer is what? 113 centimeter cube. Okay, this is our answer, and our right option here is option A. Question 15 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. That's a WAEC exam. So the question says a piece of thread of length 21.4 centimeters is used to form a sector of a circle of radius 4.2 centimeters on a piece of cloth. Okay, so it's used to form a sector. Let's say we have a circle here, and this can be the sector is used to form this particular sector. Let's say it is A, B, C. Okay, so this piece of thread of length 21.4 centimeters is used to form a sector of a circle of radius what? 4.2. Okay, 4.2. All right, so this is the sector here. All right, on a piece of cloth. So calculate correct to the nearest degree the angle of the sector. So we're told to find this theta. All right, so from here, if we've been given that the piece of thread of length, this 21.4, is used to form the sector. So it means that 21.4 centimeter is what? Is the perimeter of the sector. Okay, that's the perimeter of the sector. Okay, and we're told to find what? The angle of the sector. And remember from our formula, what's the perimeter of a sector? The perimeter of a sector is what? 2r plus what? The length of an arc. Okay, that's the length of the arc, which is what? Theta over 360. The formula for length of arc is theta over 360 times what? 2 pi r. Okay, so this is the formula. So 21.4 is equal to this. All right, and we've been given r as what? 4.2, pi as 22 over 7. Okay, so all we need to do is look for this theta here. Okay, so let us make theta the subject of formula so it will be easy for us to just put in our values and calculate. Okay, so to make theta the subject of the formula, all we need to do is take 2r. This is plus 2r. Take plus 2r here. We're going to have a negative what? We're going to have 21.4 minus what? 2 r equal to what? Theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So all the next thing we need to do is cross multiply. Okay, multiply both sides by 360. We'll do times 360 here, so it will cancel out, and all this times what? 360. Okay, so this will cancel out, and the next thing we'll do, we'll divide both sides by 2 pi what? R. So divide both sides by 2 pi r. This will cancel out, and we're left with only theta here. So theta is what? Theta is equal to what? Bracket, let's write everything down. 21.4 minus 2r all into bracket 360 divided by what? 2 pi r. Okay, so let us put in our values here. So we have here bracket 21.4 minus 2 times what? What is r? R is 4.2, so it's 2 times what? 4.2 bracket what? 360 divided by 2. What is pi? Pi is 22. That's times 22. Take 7 up. So we have a 7. Bring a 7 here. So it will be times 7 here. And times, what is our r here? 4.2. Okay. So what do we do here? All we need to do is just open up the brackets, right? 21.4 minus 2 times 4.2 will give us what? 8.4. Okay. And 21.4 minus 8.4 will give us what? 13. Okay, so we have 13 here times 360 times 7 divided by 2 times 22 times 4.2. Okay, so if we punch in our calculator, okay, punching these values in our calculator, that's our theta. Theta will be equal to, let's come here, theta will be equal to what? 177.27 centimeter, and our answer says we should correct to the nearest degree. Okay, to the nearest degree, the number immediately after the decimal point, is it greater than or equal to 5? It is not, it is less than 5. Okay, so we can't approximate, carry a 1 here. All right, so definitely our answer will be what? Theta is equal to what? 177 sorry, this should not be centimeter. Okay, this is what we're looking for, theta. So theta is in what? Degree. So this is not centimeter, is in what? Degree. So theta is equal to 177 degree, and our right option here is option B. Question 17 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says in the diagram, PS, this is PS, and RS are tangent to the circle center O. If angle PSR is equal to 70, this is PSR, so this is 70, okay? And angle POR is equal to M, and angle PSR, this is PSR. Okay, this shouldn't be S, this should be PQR, because this is equal to N, so this is a Q. Okay, this is a typo here. So we have PQR is equal to N. Find bracket M plus N. So we have to find M plus M. So we need to look for angle M and angle N, then add them up. Okay, that will give us our final answer. All right. Okay, so how do we solve for this angle M and N? Okay, we've been told that PS and RS are tangents. So this is a tangent to the circle, okay? And remember that tangent to the center of the circle is what? That tangent will be what? 90 degree, the angle. Okay, it's going to form a 90 degrees to the center, the line that goes to the center of the what? Circle. So this is a 90 degree angle, and here also, which is a tangent, is what? A 90 degree angle. Okay, so okay, we know that this is 90 and we know that this is 90. Okay, so the next thing to do, okay, let's try to look for M, and to look for M, let's extend this line. Let's divide this angle. Okay, let's extend the line from the midpoint. Let's divide this to here. Okay, so it means that this angle here will be what? M divided by 2, and this angle will be what? M divided by 2. While this we split it to 2 equal parts. So 70 we have here 35, and what? 35. That's 70 divided by 2, which gives us what? 35, and 35 what? Degrees. Okay, and if you remember, our circuit theorem that states that the angle subtended by an arc at the center of a circle is what? Twice that of the what? Circumference. So angle M is equal to what? 2n. Alright, angle M is equal to 2m. I hope you remember the circle theorem, okay, which says the angle subtended by an arc at the center of the circle is twice that at the what? Twice that the angle subtended at any point on the circumference. Okay, so M is equal to what? 2n. So since we know this, okay, and we have here M divided by 2. Okay, we have an angle here, we have this angle here, we have this angle here. Okay, so let's try to find M. Okay, to find M, angles in the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to what? 180. So we have here M. Let's just pick one of the triangles. Let's say we are picking triangle OPS. Okay, so we're picking this triangle. So the sum is equal to what? 180. So we have M divided by 2 plus what? 90 and plus what? 35 equal to what? 180. Alright, so from here, how do we solve? What is 90 plus 35? 90 plus 35 is what? 125. So we have plus M divided by 2 equal to what? 180. So let's take 125 to this side. We have M divided by 2 equal to what? 180. Taking positive to the other side, we have what? A negative 125. Okay, so from here, 180 minus 125 will give us what? 55. So we have M divided by 2. So to get M, what do? We cross multiply. So 2 times 155, what would that give us? Sorry, 2 times 55 will give us what? 2 times 55 would give us 110. Alright, so M is equal to what? 110. So how do we get N? Remember, from our circuit theorem, M is equal to 2 twice of what? N. So since we have M as equal to 110 equal to 2n, so to get N, we divide both sides by 2. So N is definitely 110 divided by 2 will give us what? 55. So N is 55. Okay, this will cancel out. This here, this is 55. That's why we have N is equal to what? 55. And the question says find M plus N. So what is M? M is what? 110, then plus what is N? N is what? 55. And what would this give us? It will give us a 5. And 1 plus a 5, that will give us a 6, and we'll drop a 1. So our answer is what? 165 degree. And our right option here is option C. Question 18 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question says, find the value of t in the diagram. Okay, we have to find this value of t in the diagram. Okay, so from here we have an angle subtended by an arc. And remember our circuit theorem, which says an angle subtended by an arc, okay, at the center of the circle is what? Twice that subtended at any point of the circumference. Okay, so this is a point at the circumference, so it's going to be twice this angle, and we don't know this angle. Okay, let's say this angle is x. So t is equal to what? 2 times what? X. Okay, that is what? 2x. Let's just say 2 times what? X. Okay, which is what? 2x. Okay, so t is what? Twice this angle. And to get this angle is quite easy, since this we already know from here to here as what? 117. Okay, and this is an angle, this is a straight line here, and the angles on a straight line is equal to what? 180. So we have here x plus 117 is equal to what? 180. And x will be equal to, taking plus 117 to the other side, we have 180 minus 117. And x is equal to, what is 180 minus 117? We are going to get a 63 degree. Okay, so x is equal to what? 63 degree. So from here we can get our t. So t is equal to what? 2 times 63. And what is 2 times 63? 2 times 63 is what? 126 degrees. So our answer is what? 126 degree. And our right option here is option C. Question 20 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question says the angles of a polygon are x, 2x, another 2x here. We have x minus, this is supposed to be a plus as a typo on this question, and this is supposed to be plus. Okay, this will remain in negative. Okay, so we have these angles here, and it said find the value of x. All right, these are the angles of a polygon. Let's find out how many sides this polygon has. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a hexagon. Okay, the angle of this polygon is a hexagon since it has what, 6 angles. All right, so the question says find the value of what, x, and when we sum all these angles, it will give us what, the sum of the interior angles of a polygon. Okay, and which is what's the formula to find the sum of the interior angles of a polygon? That is what, 2n minus 4 bracket what, 90. Okay, so we're going to sum all this and equate to 2n minus 4 bracket 90. So we have here, we have x plus 2x, and remember that n is equal to what, 6, because it's a hexagon. All right, it has 6 sides. So we have plus 2x, another 2x, plus, and let's just remove the bracket since it's a positive. Multiplying everything in the bracket will still give us what, positive. Okay, or a negative. All right, or the same sign. So we have here, or let me just put it here so we don't get confused. Let me just put the brackets so I'll explain what I mean. All right, x plus 20 plus bracket x minus 10 equal to what, 2 times, what is n? That is what, 6 minus 4 bracket what, 90. Okay, so from here you can see what I mean. A plus multiplying this plus here will still be a plus multiplying this plus is still a plus. Still same thing here, plus plus. When we get here, plus times this plus is a plus, and plus times this negative will be a negative. All right, so we are left with here, we have here x plus 2x plus 2x plus x plus 30 plus x plus 20 plus x minus 20 equal to, this is 2 times 6 is 12, and 12 minus 4 will give us what, 8. So we have 8 times what, 90 here. Okay, this is x. So let's sum up all the values that takes x as the variable and the numbers. All right, so we have here x plus x is what, x plus 2x is 3x. 3x plus 2x will give us what, 5x. 5x plus x will give us 6x. 6x plus this 6x here will give us what, 7x, and 7x plus this x will give us what, 8x. So we have here 8x. Okay, and we have 30 plus 20. That's 30 plus 20 will give us what, 50. Okay, and 50 minus 10 will give us what, 40. So we have plus 40 equal to 8 times what, 90. And what's 8 times 90? This is what, 720. So we have here 8x plus 40 equal to what, 720. All right, take 40 to this side. We have 8x is equal to 720 minus what, 40. And what is 720 minus 40? That will give us what, 680. We have 8x here. Divide both sides by 8. Okay, cancel. Okay, we're left with what, x. When you divide both sides, we have what, 85. Okay, 680 divided by 8 will give us what, 85. So x is what, 85 what, degrees. All right, and our right option here is option C. Question 21 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question says if m and n at the points bracket -3, 8, and 5, -7. So this is x here, x1, y1, and this is what, x2, y2, respectively. Find n. What it means is what, find the distance between 2 points. Okay, the distance from m towards n. Okay, that's the distance between 2 points. So we have to find this distance. Okay, and in coordinate geometry, what's the formula for finding the distance between 2 points? Okay, 2 points, mn is equal to what, the square root of what, bracket x2, okay, minus x1 all squared, plus bracket y2 minus y1 all squared. Okay, so let's put in our value of x2, x1, okay, and y2, y1 from these are coordinate what, points. Okay, so what is x2 here? X2 is what, 5, minus, what is x1? X1 is -3, so we have -3. All right, all squared, plus what is y2? Y2 is what, -7, and y1 is we have 8, so we have a minus here and 8 all squared. Remember your square root here, okay? So we have 5 minus minus 3, that will be a 5. Minus times minus will be a positive, okay? And 5 plus 3 is what? 8. So we have 8 square here, plus we have a minus 7 minus 8, and minus 7 minus 8 will give us what? A minus what? 15. So we have what bracket? Minus 15 squared, okay? Don't forget our square root. So here we have what? 64 plus minus 15 squared. That is minus 15 times minus 15, which will give us what? A positive. And 15 squared is what? 225. Okay, that will be a positive 225. Okay, and all square here. So when we add up 64 plus 225, we're going to get what? A 9 here, 8 and 2. So we have the square root of 289. And what's the square root of 289? The square root of 289 is what? 17. So we have our answer as what? 17 what? Units. And our right option here is option D. Question 22 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. It says the equation of the line through the points this and this is 3y equal to PQ plus Q, where P and Q are constants. Find the value of P. Okay, what's the formula for finding the equation of the line? It is what? Y is equal to what? M x plus what? C, where M is what? The gradient of the line, okay? And M, or gradient or slope of the line, and M is equal to what? Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus what? X1. Okay, so, and we're told this is the equation of the line, okay? So let's try to simplify this equation to become as this, okay? So we have here 3y is equal to Px plus Q, okay? So here, divide both sides. Let's leave only y on this side of the equation. So divide everything by what? 3, okay? Divide both sides by 3. So this will cancel out. So we're having y is equal to P over 3x plus Q over 3. So M is equal to what? PQ. Is that not it? M from here, this is M here. So M is equal to what? P over 3, sorry, okay? So M is equal to P over 3. So all we need to do, our question says find the value of P. So we're looking for P. That's why I'm saying M is equal to what? P over 3, okay? So all we need to do is put the value of M equal to P over 3 into this equation, okay? And we'll get our value for P, okay? So we have P over 3 is equal to what? What is Y2? Here we have X1 and what? Y1, and we have X2 and what? Y2. Okay, so let's put in our value. Y2 is what? Minus 2 minus Y1 is what? 2 divided by what is X2? X2 is what? Minus 8 minus X1 is what? 4. Okay, so what do we have here? We have what? Minus 4. Minus 2 is minus 4 divided by minus 8 minus 4 will give us a minus what? 12. So we have P over 3 times what? Equal to, sorry, minus 4. This minus will cancel out this what? Negative, okay? So we have 4 over what? 12, okay? So all we need to do to get P, all we need to do is just cross multiply, okay? Multiply both sides by 3. Also 3 can cancel out here. So we take 3 to this side. We have P is equal to 4 times 3 over 12. And what is 4 times 3? This is 12. Divided by what? 12, okay? And what is 12 divided by 12 is definitely what? A 1. So P is equal to what? 1. So our answer is what? 1. And our right option here is option A. Question 23 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exam. It says the angle of elevation of the top of a tree from a point, okay? Angle of elevation of the top of a tree, that means you're looking up to the top of a tree, okay? And it says from a point 27 meters away, okay? Let's say this is a point 27 meters away. You are here, okay, looking at the top of a tree, okay? Let's say the tree is somewhere here. All right, this is our tree here, okay, and this is 27 meters away. Your angle of elevation, you're looking this way, okay? Our angle of elevation will be this, all right? And it says what? 27 meters away and on the same horizontal ground as the foot of the tree, okay? So this is the foot of the tree, all right? Okay, and foot of the tree is 30 degrees, okay? So 30 degrees here. So this is the top of the tree we're looking at. All right, so we've drawn our triangle. We have 27 here meters. This is the tree. The tree is a right angle triangle. This is 90 and this is 30. The question says find the height of the tree. So we are told to look for what? X here. That's the height of this tree. All right, so remember our what? So that's our trigonometry ratios. Okay, so this is our opposite. This will definitely be our hypotenuse and this will be our what? Adjacent. All right, so from here, since we have one side here, we have an angle, we're looking for another unknown side. To get the opposite and where we have the adjacent, what do we use? I think we're going to go for the tan, since we have an opposite here and the adjacent here. All right, so we're going to go with what? Tan 30 degrees is equal to what? Our opposite, which is what? X, divided by adjacent, which is what? 27 meters. Okay, so we're told to look for the height of the tree, which is X. So making X subject of formula, we just cross multiply. Okay, so we have what? Tan 30 degrees times what? 27 equal to what? X. Okay, so this is what? X. What is tan 30? Tan 30 is what? Is what? Root 3 over 3 times 27. So from here, 3 will cancel here 1. 3 in 27 will go how many times? 9 times. So we have X is equal to what? 9 root 3 meters. So this is our answer. X is equal to 9 root 3 meters. And our right option here is option D. Question 24 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2018. It says if tan X is equal to 4 over 3, okay, and we are having a right angle triangle here which says 0 degrees is what? Less than X, X is less than X, which is what? 90 degree. Okay, that's a right angle triangle. So we have a right angle triangle here. All right, find the value of what? Sine X minus cos X. Okay, so from here we're told that tan X is what? 4 over 3. So what is tan? Remember our SOHCAHTOA? Okay, so it means that tan, which is our opposite over adjacent. So it means that considering using this angle here, since it's a right angle triangle, okay, so it means that here is what? SOHCAHTOA. This is what? Our opposite, and this is what? Our adjacent. So this angle, this side here is 4 and this side here is 3. Using Pythagoras theorem, where we do 4 square plus 3 square, what will this give us? This is 16 plus 9. And what is 16 plus 9, which is what? 25. To get our hypotenuse here will be the square root of what? 25. Okay, and what's the square root of 25 is what? 5. So my hypotenuse side here is what? 5. Okay, so this side, which is the hypotenuse, is 5. So the question says find the value of sine X. What is sine? Sine is what? Opposite over hypotenuse. And what is our opposite here? Our opposite is 4. Our hypotenuse now is what? 5. Then minus cos X. Cos X will be what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. What's your adjacent here? Your adjacent is 3 and your hypotenuse is what? 5. Okay, so let us subtract this. We have over 5. This is 5 and 5 is 1 times 4. We have what? A 4. Minus 5 and 5, 1. 1 times 3 is still a 3. And what is 4 minus 3? 4 minus 3 is what? 1 over 5 here. So our answer is what? 1 over 5. And our right option is option B. Question 25 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. That's your WAEC 2018. It says, given that y is 20 meters on a bearing of 300 degrees from X. Okay, let us interpret this question first before we go further. Okay, y is 20 meters on a bearing of 300 degrees from X. Okay, let's say this is our X here. Point X, bearing of 300 degrees. This is 90, this is 180, this is 270. 300 degrees will be somewhere here. Okay, all right, it's on a bearing of 300 degrees from what? X. All right, y. So y is on this point. All right, so y is here. This is y and this is what? X. And this angle here, this is 270. And 270 plus 30 will give us what? 300 degrees. So this angle here is what? 30 degrees. Okay, the question now says, how far south of y is x? What is south? You know, this is your north and this is your what? South. So how far south of y is x? So let's bring this down here. So since it said south, we have a right angle triangle here. All right, so how far south? Trace this down and take it what? Here. All right, so here we have a 90 what degree here, and this is what? 20 meter. Okay, given that y is 20 meter from a bearing of what? 300 from x. Okay, so this is 30. So the question says, how far south of y is x? Okay, so this is south of what? Y. So how far is it to what? X. So we're to look for this what? Distance. Okay, let's say this, let's give it as what? S. So we're looking for S as our distance, okay, which is how far south of y is x. Okay, so to look for this, we have here so car toi. So if we are playing with, this is our what? Our opposite, these are adjacent, and this is what? Our hypotenuse. Okay, so from here, what do we have? So katwa, if we're playing around with our opposite and our hypotenuse, we're going to use what? Our sine. So here we have what? Sine 30 is equal to what? S over 20 meters. Okay, and where S is equal to what? Sine 30 times 20. And what is sine 20? Sine 30 is what? Half times what? 20. So we have here 2 here, 1, 2 in 20 is what? 10. So we have what? 10 meters. Okay, so how far south of y is x is what? 10 meters. And our right option here is option A. Question 26 of WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. That's your WAEC 2018. It says the mean of 1, 3, 4, 3, 5, 7 and x is 4. Find the value of what? X. I hope you remember the formula to find mean. We just have it what? The average was sum. So we have 1 plus what? 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus x divided by how many values do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divided by 5 is equal to what? 4. According to our question, 4 is what? The mean. So let's add this up. We have here 1 plus 3, that will give us what? 4. 4 plus 5, that's a 9. And 9 plus 7, that will give us what? 16 plus x. Cross multiply. 5 times 4 will give us what? 20. All right, that's 5 times 4, 20. So x, take 16 to this side. We have x is equal to what? 20 minus what? 16. And x is equal to what? 4. So the value of x is 4. And our right option here is option B. Question 27 of WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. That's your WAEC 2018. It says, find the median of 2. Okay, 1, there should be a comma here. 0, 3, 1, 1, 4, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, to find the median is what? The middle what? Number. So all we need to do is rearrange this number in the order of what? Ascending order. Okay, so we have here, we have a 0, so we'll start with 0, 0, 1, another 1, another 1, another 1. Okay, that's how many 4 ones. Then the next number is 2. We have 2 here, another 2. Then next we have 3, then 4. Okay, so let's try to find the middle number. Okay, so is this, how many numbers do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is an even number, as in the number of values here are even. Okay, so it means we have to pick 2 numbers in the middle and divide by 2. If it was an odd number, definitely we'll find a mid number, which will just be 1 value. Okay, so here we have 4 here and we have 4 here, so the mid number is what? 1 and 1. So we have 1 plus 1 divided by 2. What is 1 plus 1? That's 2 divided by 2, and 2 divided 2 in 2 will give us what? 1. So our median is what? 1. Okay, and our right option here is option C. Question 28 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. That's your WAEC 2018. Okay, it says a table shows the distribution of goals scored by 25 teams in a football competition. Use it to answer this and this. Okay, so we have question 28 here, which says calculate the probability that a team selected at random scored at most 3 goals. Okay, so these are the goals. should be A and L here spelled as goals, okay, not goods. Okay, so it's called at most 3 goals. So it means we are looking for the probability of at most 3 goals. That is what PR bracket is either is less than or equal to what 3. That is at most 3 goals. So we have here, okay, so it will be the summation of the teams that scored 3 goals and below. Okay, that is at most what 3 goals. So how many teams scored 3 goals and below? So we have the number of goals here. We have 3, okay, 2 and 1. Okay, so that's at most what 3 goals. Okay, so and what is this? So we have the frequency of what of the one. We have 1 plus f2 plus f or 3 divided by the number. What's the total number of team? What 25. So here we have what is f1, the frequency of the people that scored just 1 goal, the team that scored 1 goal. How many are they? They are what 3 plus what of the ones that scored 2 goals? How many of them are in the team that just 1? Plus the ones that scored 6 goals, how many of them? They are what 6. So we have this plus this over what 25. And what do we have here? 3 plus 4. That will give us what? 3 plus 1 is a 4, and 4 plus 6 is what? 10. So we have 10 over what? 25. Okay, so 20 over 25. What will go here? 5 will go here 2 times. 5 will go here what? 5 times. So we have what? 2 over 5. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 29 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. That's your WAEC 2018. So we're still looking at this table here, and question 29 says find the probability that a team selected at random scored either 4 or 7 goals. Okay, so remember this is goals. Okay, the team selected at random either score 4 or 7 goals. So we're looking for this event either 4 or 7. Okay, so that is what the probability of scoring 4 plus what? Probability of what? Scoring, that is either 4 or 7. That's why we have a plus here. Okay, so what's the frequency of the people, the number of teams that scored just 4 goals? Here we have 4 here, and we have what? 7 here. Is that not it? So we have here 6. Okay, so this divided by 25 plus divided by what? 25. So we have here f, the frequency, that's the number of people. We have what? 6 over 25 plus 7. How many team members? We have what? 3 over 25. So here we just have what? 9 over 25. Okay, this is our answer, and our right option here is option A. Question 30 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exam. It says in the diagram, WXYZ is a rectangle with dimensions 8 cm by 6 cm. So WXYZ, 8 cm by what? 6 cm. So this whole length here and here is 6 cm. Here is 8 cm. Also here will be what? 8 cm, and here will also be 6 cm. That's from here to here. Okay, it now says P, Q, R, and S are the midpoints of the sides of the rectangle as shown. Full stop. Use this information to answer questions 30 and 31. Okay, so question 30 says what? It says what type of quadrilateral is the shaded region? Okay, so we're asked what type of quadrilateral is this shaded region. Okay, so and we've been told that P, Q, R, and S are the midpoint of the sides. Okay, so this is a midpoint, this is a midpoint. Okay, that means from here to here will be 3, and from here to here will also be what? 3. Okay, and here from here to here will be what? 4 centimeter. From here to here will also be 4 centimeter. Okay, so that means this side is 4 centimeter inside here, right? And this side will be what? 3 centimeter. Okay, So we know the side, and here will be also be 3 centimeter. Okay, so from the look of things, you know, if we get using Pythagoras, okay, this is a triangle, this is one triangle, all right, that's PQ, let's say this is OPS, okay. So this is one triangle, and to get the sides using Pythagoras, this is a 3 and a 4. This side will be what, 5. So it means all the sides are what, equal. Okay, we are going to have equal sides. Okay, from here to here is 5, from here to here is 5. So this quadrilateral here has all its sides equal. So what type of quadrilateral is this? A, it says trapezium. No, trapezium doesn't have all its sides equal. B, it says prism. No. C, rectangle. No. D, rhombus. Okay, so this is the correct answer because a rhombus has all its sides what, equal. Okay, so our right answer here is option D. Question 31 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says in the diagram, okay, we have this with dimension 8 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Remember here we said from here to here is what? 8 centimeter, while from here to here is what? 6 centimeter. So, and PQRS are midpoints of the side. So here is what? 3 centimeter. Here is 3 centimeter, and here is 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter, and the same with this side and also this side. Since here is what, 8 centimeter, so here will be 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter. Here is 6. This will be 3 and 3 centimeter. Okay, so the question says calculate the area of the part of the rectangle that is not shaded. So we had to calculate these parts that are not shaded. All right, this part, and we remember that this is a rhombus. Okay, so these sides are what, equal. Okay, all right, so all we need to do is just find one side, then multiply by 4. All right, so since we know this side has 3 centimeter and this side has 4 centimeter, and we're told to find the area of the part of the rectangle that is not shaded, and this area is a what, triangle. Is that not it? We have a triangle here. All right, we have 4 triangles here, so all we need to do is find the area of one triangle, then multiply by 4. Okay, so what's the area of this triangle? Remember, formula for finding the area of a triangle is half base times height. Is that not it? So we have half, our base is what, 3, and our height is what, 4. Okay, so 2 we cancel here, 1, 2 here, 2, and we have what, 3 times 2 is what, 6. So this triangle 1 is what, 6. So to get the 4 triangles, because the question says that we should find the area of the part of rectangle that is not shaded, and we have 4 parts. So all we need to do is say 6 times 4. And what is 6 times 4? That will give us what, 24 meter square. Okay, and our right option here is option B. Question 32 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exam, says the total surface area of a hemisphere is 75 pi centimeter square. Find its radius. Okay, so we have a hemisphere here. All right, okay, with a radius R is a midpoint. Okay, so we have to find the total surface. We are told the total surface area of the hemisphere, and remember the total surface area of the hemisphere is the curved surface area plus what, the circular surface area. And what's the curved surface area of a hemisphere is what, 2 pi r square. Okay, and the circular surface area of the hemisphere is what, plus what, pi r what square, and which is equal to, we have been told that the total surface area is what, 75 pi centimeter what square. Okay, so all we need to do is just equate this together. Okay, in equating this, we have here a 2 plus a 1. Okay, this is the same variable here. Okay, so we have 3 pi r square equal to what, 75 pi centimeter what square. Okay, so from here pi can cancel out pi. Is that not it? We're left with what, 3r square equal to what, 75. Okay, and we can divide both sides by 3. All right, in dividing both sides by 3, we have r square. 3 in 75 will go how many times? It's going to go 25 times. From here we can find r as what, the square root of what, 25. And what's the square root of 25? We have what, 5. So r is equal to 5 centimeters. All right, and our right option here is option A. Question 33 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exam. It says find the values of x for which, okay, there's something missing here. This should be x minus 5, okay, divided by x bracket x minus 1 is undefined, okay? When you're told to find the values of x for which this particular equation is undefined, it means that x bracket x minus 1 is equal to what? 0. That is undefined. So we have what? X is equal to 0 and x minus 1 is equal to what? 0. So here x is already equal to 0. From here x will be equal to, take minus 1 to the other side, we have what? A positive 1. So we have x is equal to 0 or 1. Okay, so this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 34 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. It says solve the equation this, okay? That means we have to what? Factorize, okay? So we have what? 2x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to what? 0. So from here, what do? All we need to do is say 2 times 6, so we can get the factors that will either add or subtract to get what? A minus what? X, okay? So 2 times 6 will give us what? 12. So what are the factors of 12 that we add or subtract to get a 1 here? Because the coefficient of x here is 1, all right? So we have here, we can use a 4 and 3, or we can use a 2 and 6, okay? In using a 4 and 3, to get a minus 1 here, so it means we have to do what? Minus 4 plus what? 3. That will give us what? A minus what? 1, okay? So we use minus 4x plus 3x, okay? So from here, let's put in our values down. We have 2x squared, okay, minus 4x. I hope you remember factorization. If you don't, please try to watch a video on the DTW Tutorials channel that would explain this better, okay? So we have minus 4x plus 3x, then drop your minus 6 equal to what? 0. All right, so from here, let us what? Take out, let us what? Factorize, okay? So let us, what is common to 2x squared and minus 4x? We can bring out a 2x, okay? So bracket, what will be left? We have a x left here minus 2 in 4 will go how many times? Will go 2 times. So if we open this bracket, we are still going to get what? 2x squared minus 4x, okay? Could you confirm that? Let's confirm that together. 2x times x will give us a 2x squared, and 2x times minus 2 will give us what? A minus 4x, okay? Let's drop down this positive here. What can we factorize here out? We can factorize a 3 out, okay? And we are left with what? X minus what? 2, okay? If you open up this bracket, you're going to get 3x minus 6. Is that not it? 3 times x will give us a 3x, and 3 times minus 2 will give us what? A minus 6. All you need to do is just do this. Just say, to further expatiate on this, all you need to do is just say 2x squared divided by 2x, which will give you what? A x, and what? 4x divided by 2x, which will give you what? A 2. And for this, you say what? 3x divided by 3, which will give you a x, and what? 6 divided by 3, which will give you what? A 2. All right, just to explain, okay, how I got this. All right, so equal to what? 0. So from here, all we need to do, since we have a common term now, so we'll just bring this out, okay? So we take 2x, okay? So since we factorize this out, let's bring the common term here. So we have here 2x plus 3, all brackets, then bracket what? X minus 2 is equal to 0. So here we have 2x plus 3 equal to 0, and x minus 2 is equal to what? 0. So from here, 2x, let's solve for x. 2x will be equal to, taking my plus 3 to this other side, we have a negative what? 3. Okay, divide both sides by 2, and we have x is equal to what? Minus 3 over 2. Here we just have x, taking minus 2 to this side, we have a positive what? 2. So our answer is what? X is either what? A 2 or minus 3 over 2. Okay, and our right option here is option A. Question 36 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. It says find the nth term of the sequence 2 times 3, 4 times 6, 8 times 9. Here it should be a 16. 16 times 12. Okay, we should find the nth term of the sequence. All we're told to find here is find the formula pattern, okay, of this particular sequence. All right, that's the pattern connecting each of the values. Okay, so from here, let's just write this down. We have 2 times 3 here. We have 4 times 6. We have 8 times 9. We have 16 times what? 12. Okay, let's try to look for a pattern. All right, so from here, let's take a look at the first values. Okay, that's 2, 4, 8, 6, and let's try to find a pattern in which we can get. Okay, you can see a particular pattern. This is 2 and this is 4. That is 2 times 2. And this is 8, which is 2 times 2 times 2. This is 16, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So here we can say this is a 2 raised to the power 1. This is a 2 raised to the power 2. This is a 2 raised to the power 3, and this is a 2 raised to the power what? 4. Okay, so we've gotten the pattern for the first value. Let's look at the second value, the numbers, and try to pick a particular pattern. Okay, so we have 3 here, we have 6 here. So this is 3. 6 can be like a 3 times 2, which is 6. 9 is here, so that's like a 3 times 3, which is what? 9. And here, this is a 3 times 4, which is what? 12. Okay, so we can have something like a 3 times 1, and here a 3 times 2, and here a 3 times 3, and here a 3 times what? 4, which will give us 12, which will give us 9, 6, and what? 3. So we've gotten our pattern here. So to find the n term of the sequence, we can just represent these our powers as what? N. Okay, and we multiply 3 by a particular value, which is what? N. Okay, so we say that the n, to get the n term of the sequence, to get another value here, all we need to do is apply this formula, which is what? 2n times what? 3 times n. Okay, which is 2n times 3n. Okay, so to get the next value here, for instance, we just have what? A 2 raised to the power, the next one will be raised to the power 5 times a 3 times what? 5. Okay, because n here is 4 and n here is 4. So what will this give us? This will give us what? A 32 times what? A 15. Is that not it? So this pattern is what? The correct what? Formula to find the nth term of this sequence. Okay, so where's the right option here? Our right option is option B. Question 38 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's WAEC. Question 38 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams, says the solution of x minus 2 greater than or equal to 2x minus 1 illustrated it should be on the number line as. Okay, so we have to find the illustration on the number line of this particular word solution. Okay, so let's try to solve this operation. Let's try to solve this equation here. So we have here x minus 2 greater than or equal to 2x minus what? 1. Okay, so from here, what do we do? All right, let's take x to one side and bring the numbers to another side. All right, so what do we do? Let's take 2x here and bring minus 2 to this side. So we have here x. Bringing 2x to this other side will turn to what? A negative what? X greater than or equal to. Bringing minus 2 to this side, we have a minus 1 plus 2. Okay, so what is x minus 2x? That will give us a negative x greater than or equal to. And what is minus 1 plus 2? That will give us a 1. Okay, so it means that we have to divide both sides. We have to divide both sides by, to cancel out this negative here, we have to divide both sides by what? A minus what? 1. So let's divide both sides by minus 1, divide by minus what? 1. And remember, when we're solving inequalities, when you divide by a minus sign, your inequality sign would what? Change. Okay, so it will invert. This greater than sign will become what? Less than. All right, so this negative will cancel this negative here, so we have minus 1 here. Okay, x divided by 1 is still what? X. So we have x, change the sign, we have a less than or equal to what? Minus 1. Okay, so this is the solution of this equation. And how do we draw the number line here? So we have something like this. Okay, let's say we have a 0 here, we have a 1 here, we have a minus 1, we have a minus what 2. So from here, definitely our answer is a negative 1. So we draw out a line here. Since we have this is an equal to or less than or equal to x. Okay, so this would be a dot here. Then it would be this way, less than or equal to. So our right option here is option C. Question 40 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exam, says the diagram shows a trapezium inscribed in a semicircle. Okay, if 0 is the midpoint of WX, if O is the midpoint of WX, and WX, that's WX is equal to what? X, Y is equal to what? Y, Z. Calculate the value of M. So we have to look for what? M. And we are told these sides are equal. Okay? So if the sides are equals, it means that these angles will be what? Equal. So this is X, and this is what? X. Okay? And you remember, angles on a straight line is the sum of angles on a straight line is equal to what? 180 degree. So we have here x plus x plus x is equal to what? 180. And what is x plus x plus x? We have what? 3x equal to what? 180. Divide both sides by 3. This will go. So x, this is what? 180 divided by 3, which should give us what? 60. So this angle is what? 60 degree. This is 60 degree. And this is also 60 degree. Okay, so these sides are what? Equal. Okay, so from here, since we know this angle is 60 and these sides are equal, this is an isosceles what? Triangle. And remember, in an isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. So this x will be equal to what? M, and we have gotten our x as what? 60 degrees. So it means that M is equal to what? 60 degrees. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option B. Question 41 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, it says find the interquartile range of 1, 2, 3, this set of numbers. Okay, so what to find the interquartile range of this set of numbers. Okay, I hope you remember the formula to find the interquartile range of a set of number. It is what? It is what? Your upper quartile, that's Q3, minus what? Your lower quartile, which is what? Q1. Okay, so this is our formula, your upper quartile minus what? Your lower quartile. Okay, so the next thing you do when you are given a set of number, you have to arrange them in what? Ascending order. Okay, I think the question has been arranged for us already. Okay, if it is not arranged in your question, please make sure you arrange them in an ascending order. So we have here 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, and what? 16. Okay, so how many numbers are this? This is an even set of numbers or odd set of numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this is an odd set of what? Numbers. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is find the median of this what? Set of numbers. Okay, and definitely the median will be our, remember, to get the median of a set of numbers is what? The middle what? Number. Okay, the number that falls in the middle of the sets of what? Number, which is 9. So we have 5 numbers here and 5 numbers here. Okay, so this is our lower quartile, which is what? Q1. Okay, and this is our what? Upper quartile. Okay, which is what? Q3. All right, okay, so from here, how do we get our lower quartile? To get our lower quartile, it is the what? Median of this particular set. Okay, and what's the median of this set of numbers? The median of this set of numbers is what? 4. Okay, and to get our upper quartile is also the median of this set of numbers. And what is that? And what's the median? The median, which is the middle number, is what? 12. Okay, so definitely our interquartile range is what? Q3 minus Q1. So our Q1 is what? First of all, our Q3 is equal to what? 12 minus our Q1 is equal to what? 4. And what is 12 minus 4? That will give us what? 8. So our interquartile range is what? 8. And our right option here is option C. Question 42 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says Donations during the launching of a church project were sent in sealed envelopes. The table shows the distribution of the amount in the envelope. Okay, so here you have the table. The question says how much was the total donation. All right. Okay, so they said for this amount, for 5,000 naira you have what, 4 envelopes. For 2,000 naira you have what, 7 envelopes. For 1,000 you have 20. For 700 you have 9. For 500 you have 4. So to get the total donation, all we need to do is multiply 5,000 4 times 5,000 plus 7 times 2,000 plus 20 times 1,000 plus 9 times 700 and so on till we get to 2 times what, 10 naira. All right. Okay, I hope we understand this. Since this is the table that shows the distribution, the frequency, so 4 people donated 5,000 naira. So you have to add 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000, which is what, 4 times 5,000, which is 20,000. So when you add that up and you also multiply this, you add this up, that will give us the total what, donation. All right. So let us write this down. Here we have here 4 times what, 5,000 plus 7 times 2,000 plus 20 times 1,000 plus 9 times 700 plus 4 times 500 plus 5 times 100 plus 3 times 50 plus 1 times 2. Okay, that's one person gave 2 naira plus 2 times 10. 2 people gave what, 10 naira. All right. So from here, what is 4 times 5,000? That will give us what, 20,000 what, naira. Plus 7 times 2,000, that will give us 14,000 naira. Plus 20 times 10,000, that will give us what, 20,000 naira. Plus 7 times 9 times 700, that will give us what, 6,300 naira. Plus 4 times 500 will give us what, 2,000 naira. Plus 5 times 100 will give us what, 500 naira. Plus 3 times 50 will give us what, 150 naira. Plus 1 times 2 will give us 2 naira. Plus 2 times 10 will give us what, 20 naira. Okay, so if you punch in your calculator, you add all these figures, we are going to get what? So we are going to get 62,972 naira. Okay, so this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 44 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question says, if x ratio y is equal to 1 over 4 ratio 3 over 8 and y ratio z is equal to 1 over 3 ratio 4 over 9, find x ratio z. Okay, so from here, from these two expressions here, let us find x. Okay, let's make x the subject of formula from this expression, and let's make y the subject of formula from this expression. Then we would find x ratio what, z. Okay, so from here we have what, x ratio y, which is what, x over y, what is x? That is 1 over 4 divided by 3 over 8. So from here, what would this give us? This will give us 1 over 4 times what, we invert. Okay, to change the division sign to multiplication, we invert. Okay, so 8 will come up, 3 will go down. Okay, so 8 in the numerator, 3 to the denominator. Okay, so from here, 4 here 1 and 4 here, how many times? Will go 2 times. So we are left with what? X is equal to what? X over y is equal to what? 2 over 3. So here x is equal to what? Taking y here, because we have to make x a subject of formula. All right, so we'll cross multiply what, y. So we have y coming up here. We have what? 2y over what? 3. Okay, so x is equal to 2y over 3. All right, so let us try to look for z, make z the subject of formula here. So here we have what? Y ratio z, which is what? Y divided by z, which will give us what? 1 over 3 divided by what? 4 over 9, which is equal to 1 over 3 times, take 9 or bring 4 down, because we're changing division sign to multiplication sign. So we have what? 9 divided by 4. 3 here 1 and 3 here, how many times? 3. So we have what? 3 over 4. So y over z is equal to 3 over 4. So we have to make z the subject of formula here. In making z the subject of formula, what do we do? Let us cross multiply first. In cross multiplying, we have, let me take this here please. In cross multiplying, we're going to have here 4y is equal to what? 3z. Okay, since we want to make z the subject of formula, we have to cancel out everything coefficient of what? Z. So we divide both sides by 3 to cancel out 3 here. Okay, so we have only z left here. So divide both sides by 3. 3 will cancel out. So we're left here with z is equal to what? 4y over 3. Okay, so this is z. Z is 4y over 3. Yx is what? Yx is what? 2y over 3. So the question says find x ratio z. So we have what? X ratio z, which is x divided by z. So this would be equal to, what is x? X is what? 2y over 3 divided by, what is z? Z is what? 4y over 3. So from here, we have to change this sign to multiplication sign. In changing this, we invert this. Okay, so we have 2. You have to invert what? Your right hand side. Okay, so 2y divided by 3 times what? 3 over 4y. So 3 will cancel out 3. 2 here 1. 2 here what? 2. And y will definitely cancel out y. So what are we left with? We're left with 1 over 2. So 1 over 2. So x over z is 1 over 2, which is what? X ratio z is equal to 1 ratio 2. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 45 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says find the mean deviation of this set of numbers. Alright, remember the formula for your mean deviation. Let's just write it here. Okay, is what? Your summation, the frequency of what? Your values, which is x, minus what? Our mean, divided by the summation of what? The frequency. Okay, so the values x, then subtract minus our mean. Okay, so the first thing we have to do here is first of all find our mean. Okay, for it to be easy for us to solve, let us use the table formula, the table method. Okay, all right, so let's just draw our table here. So here you have the values x, and here you have x minus what? Your mean, the values minus the mean. So let's try to get our values. Our values here, we have 20, okay, we have 30, we have 25, we have 40, we have 35, we have 50, we have 45, we have 40, we have 20, and 45. Remember the formula to find your mean, your arithmetic mean is what? The average, okay, which we're going to sum all the numbers and divide by the numbers we have. Okay, that's the number of values we have here. We have how many numbers here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So n is equal to what? 10. So let us sum these numbers and divide by 10. Okay, so when you punch in your calculator, you sum all these numbers, we are going to get what? 350. Okay, so our mean is equal to what? 350 divided by 10. Okay, this 0 will cancel out this 0. So our mean is what? 35. Okay, so we have 35. So all we need to do now is say 20 minus 35. All right, that's what we need to do. 20 minus 35, what would that give us? That will give us a negative 15. All right, 30 minus 35 will be what? X bar is what? Let's write this here so you still remember. X bar, which is our mean, is what? 35. So we have 30 minus 35 will give us what? Minus 5. 25 minus 35 will give us what? A minus what? 10. And 40 minus 35 will give us a 5. 35 minus 35 will give us a 0. 50 minus 35 will give us a 15. 45 minus 35 will give us a 10. 40 minus 35 will give us a 5. And 20 minus 35 will give us a minus what? 15. And 45 minus 35 will give us what? 10. Okay, when you're considering mean deviation, the negative signs, they don't what? Count. Okay, these negative signs, they don't count in the addition process. Okay, so when we add all these numbers, neglecting the negative signs, we are going to get what? 90. All right, so we are going to get 90. So from here, since we know our summation of x minus the mean is what 90. We divide by what our frequency. So we have here our mean deviation is equal to this summation, which is what 90, divided by the sum of all the numbers which we've gotten as what n is what 10. Okay, that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so 90 divided by 10. And what is 90 divided by 10? This will definitely give us what? A 9. So our mean deviation is what? 9. And our right option here is option B. Question 46 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exam, says if M and N are two subsets of the universal set U, if U, that's your universal set, is equal to 48, and M is equal to 20, N is equal to 30, and M union N is equal to 40, find N, M union N, M intersection N. I think there should be a complement, okay? So we have to find M intersection N complement, okay? So from here, let us interpret this by drawing our Venn diagram, all right? We have to first interpret the questions before we move forward, okay? So here, okay, so since there's an intersection here, so it means the two subsets intersect, okay? So we have here M and we have what? N. And since we are not told the intersection, let us just give the intersection of the two subsets as what? The value is what? X, okay? Because it's our unknown, okay? So if this value is X, to get this side of M, that's from here to here, this shaded area, okay? To get this side, which is what? M, okay? Intersection N prime, okay? That's to get this side, okay? That is M intersection N prime, and that will be what? What is our M? Our M is 20, so it will be 20 minus what? X. And to get this shaded, this place, that's from here all this way, okay, this place, okay? To get this place will be what? N intersection what? M complement, all right? That's complement. So we have what? 30 minus what? X, okay? Since N is what? 30, so this will be 30 minus X. From here, we are given our universal set as well. U is equal to what? 48, okay? And we are given this what? N, which is M union N is equal to 40. So M union N, which is this whole, okay, M union N is 40, and our universal set is what? 48. Everything is 48. So there should be a remainder here, which the remainder is everything outside the two subsets. Okay, everything outside the two subsets. So that will give us what? Our 48 minus what? 40, which is the universal set minus M union N. Okay, all right, which is what? 48 minus what? 40. Okay, so this will give us what? 8, which is equal to what? Your M complement intersection what? N complement, all right, which is 8. Okay, so 8 is what? M complement intersection N complement. That is everything outside of what? M and N, all right? Okay, so since we've gotten all this, let us move forward. All right, so from here, for us to find this, we first of all need to get what? Our value of what? X. And to get our value of X, our question has told us that M union N is equal to 40. That's the addition of 20 minus X plus 30. That's this whole thing here is equal to what? 40. That's M union N, okay? So we have here 20 minus X plus 30 minus X is equal to what? 40. Alright, so from here, minus X will cancel plus X. So we're left with what? 20 plus 30, which will give us what? 50. Let us drop down our negative X here, equal to what? 40. Okay, so 50, taking minus X to the other side. Or what should we do? Okay, let me take minus X here. Okay, let me take 50 to the other side. We have minus X is equal to what? 40. Taking minus 50 to this side, we are going to get a minus what? 50. So we have minus X is equal to what? 40 minus 50 will give us what? A minus 10. And this minus will cancel out this minus. X is equal to what? 10. Alright? So our question says that we should what? Since we've gotten X equal to 10, so it means this will be what? 20 minus what? 10, which will give us what? 10. And this is 30 minus 10, which will give us what? 20. And this is what? 10. All right. Okay. So the question says find what m intersection n complement. All right. So what does this mean? It means that we should find the sum of every other values. All right, in this box apart from our intersection. Okay, which is apart from 10. So we have to find the summation of this and what is outside the box. Okay, that is what this particular expression means. M intersection n complement. All right, so to get this, what would that be? That would be what we are going to sum this. We are going to sum what m intersection n complement plus what n intersection m complement, then plus this, which is what m complement intersection n complement. Okay, and what is m intersection n complement? This will give us what 10, which is what 20 minus 10, which is 10 is what x, plus what is n intersection m complement? It is what 20 plus, and what is m complement intersection n complement? That will give us what 8. So we have what 10 plus 20, which is what 30, and 30 plus 8 will give us what 38. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 47 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question. It says express 0.612 in the form x over y, where x and y are integers. Okay, and x is not equal to what 0. All right, so this is quite easy. So we have here 0.612. All we need to do to express it is what, just divide by the number of what tens or hundreds. Okay, and to get the number of tens or hundred, if we want to, where x and y are integers, that's whole numbers. So let us move this decimal point how many times to make it an integer, a whole number. We have what if we move it 1, 2, 3. Okay, if we move it 3 times, it means we have to divide by what 1000. All right, it's just like saying moving it 3 times is what times 10 raised to power, if it's in standard form, to be times 10 raised to power minus 3. And what is times 10 raised to power 1 minus 3 is what times 1 over 10 raised to power 3. That's how we got our 1000, because 10 raised to power 3 is what 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which will give us what 1000. So here we have what 612 divided by 1000. All right, so from here what can go? I think 2 can go. 2 in 612, how many times will it go? It will go 306, and in 1000 it will go what 500 times. Okay, can 2 also go again? 2 can go again. In 306, 2 can go how many times? I think 153, and in 500 can go how many times? 250 times. Okay, 2 in 500 will go 250. All right, so can any other value go again? No value can go again. Okay, we can break this down further. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option A. Question 48 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says in the diagram PQ is parallel to what RS. Okay, these are two parallel lines. Find x in terms of y and z. We have to find x in terms of y, and this is what z. Okay, all right. So how do we find x here? Okay, so from here, since PQ and RS are in parallel, we can draw another parallel line. Okay, we can draw another parallel line that will divide what x here. Okay, so from here, what can we do next? Okay, I hope we remember our plane angles. So from here, we can say that this angle here, okay, will be equal to this angle here, and this angle, the alternate angles, okay, are equal, will be equal to this angle here. And if we sum these two angles, we are going to get what x, which is what opposite angles are what equal. This total angle and this total angle are what opposite angles. So if we sum these two angles here, we are going to get what x. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to find this angle here, and we need to find this angle here. All right, and sum them together to get x. Okay, so to get this angle here, remember angles on a straight line is equal to what 180 degree. Okay, so it means that z plus this angle is equal to 180, or we can also say that 180 minus z will give us what this angle, and also 180 minus y will give us what this angle. Okay, so we have 180 minus z and what 180 minus y, which will give us this angle. And this angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this angle because they are alternate angle. So we have to add this up to get our x. So x is equal to what? 180. Let's put y first. 180 minus y plus 180 minus z. Okay? So these two angles will add up to get what? X. So from here, what can we add up? 80 plus 180 plus 180 will give us what? A 360. So we're left with what? Minus y minus z. So to get x in terms of y and z, x is equal to 360 minus y minus z. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 49 of the WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says the diagonals of a rhombus, okay, a rhombus WXYZ, okay, this is the rhombus. A rhombus has all sides equal, remember, okay. The diagonals intersect at M, okay, the diagonals. Sorry if my diagram is supposed to look equal, intersect as what? M, okay. If let's draw this, let's write this. We have W, X, Y, and Z. If MW, this is M, right? If MW is equal to what? 5 centimeter, and MX is equal to what? 12 centimeter. Calculate its perimeter. Okay, we should calculate its what? Perimeter. Okay, the perimeter is what? The sum of all sides of the what? Rhombus. Okay, so all we need to do is get what? This side. Okay, once we get this side, we'll now multiply by what? 4. All right, because that's the sum of the sides of a rhombus is what? 4. Okay, it's a quadrilateral, all right, with all sides equal. All right, so once we get this side, we know it is equal to this, is equal to this, is equal to this. So all we need to do is just multiply this side by 4. So to get this side, okay, so since it intersects at M, so it means we have a right angle triangle here. So for taking using Pythagoras theorem, we have to get the hypotenuse to be what? 5 square plus what? 12 square. I hope you remember Pythagoras, okay? 5 square is what? 25 plus 12 square is what? 144. If we add this up, we are going to get 169, okay? And we'll have to get the square root of 169, all right? Let's say this is x squared, our unknown, okay? So x will be what? The square root of what? 169, all right? And what's the square root of 169? That is what? 13. So x is equal to 13. So this side is what? 13 centimeter, all right? And the question says calculate its perimeter. So it will be what? 13 times 4. That's, you know, this is 13, this is 13, and this is 13. You can either add or just multiply by 4. And what is 13 times 4? That will give us what? 52 centimeters. So our answer is 52 centimeters, and our right option here is option C. Question 50 of the WAEC Question 50 of our WASSCE 2018 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC exams. It says the graphs of y equal to x square and y is equal to x intersect at which of these points? Okay, intersect at which of these points? We have what? Y is equal to what? X square, and y is equal to what? X. So it would be, okay, so we have definitely, since y is equal to x square and y is equal to x, we have what? X square is equal to what? X. Bringing x to this side, we have x square is equal to minus x equal to what? 0. Okay, so from here, we can bring out x, okay? So we have left here x minus 1 is equal to 0, all right? So from here, we have x is equal to 0 and x minus 1 equal to 0. So here we have x is equal to 0, and here x is what? Taking minus to the other side, we have what? 1. All right, so putting in the values of x equal to 0 and x equal to 1 into any of this equation, we're still going to have what? Y is equal to 0 and y is equal to what? 1. All right, so from here, our point will be what? 0, 0 and what? 1, 1. All right, so this will be our point, and our right option here is option A. And we are saying thank you from DTW Tutorials. Thank you for listening to us, for subscribing to our channel, and also for sharing our videos and giving our videos a thumbs up. All right, so thank you so much. So please, all we just request from you is please try to what? Subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and also share this video with your friends, family, loved ones in Sierra Leone, in Ghana, in Liberia, in Gambia, in Nigeria, okay, to help them in their forthcoming WASSCE 2019 exams. And I know that during these exams you are destined to win. You shall sit for your exams once and not to repeat WAEC again. All right, I believe this for you, and all you just need to do this to pass your exam is to practice and study hard, work hard, and I've made this resource available for you freely to support you in your forthcoming exams. All right, so thank you so much, okay, from DTW Tutorials. Please try and share with your colleagues this video. All right, and also you can download this video on your phone through the YouTube app, so you can watch it offline. All right, that's if you know, instead of wasting your money on internet. I know as a student you don't really have much data, so you can just download it once and continuously watch it offline. All right, instead of watching that series movie, watching that series film, you can just open up your phone and watch this video, all right, for revision to prep you in your forthcoming exam. So thank you, and don't forget, Jesus Christ is coming soon. Give your life to Christ. You are destined to win. Bye.